right? Shalom, this is GmsLouisianasaints, the New Orleans King, with another pre-camp lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, make brothers endure until the end. Shalom. And here we are with a Halloween weekend down in New Orleans, the Big Easy, one of the shittiest cities in this entire country, which is definitely going to take a lot of nukes. But hey, we don't see too many of them out with costumes now, but I'm sure as we get down to the block for actual camp, we'll see more costumes. But best believe you got Jake in that Halloween spirit out here. Jake's setting up decorations and doing all that. Jake wearing costumes, and Jake just ready to freak off. And to this day, with the men of the Lord out on the highways and byways preaching this word, and all these prophecies beginning to come to pass, you still got 2/3 out here still wanting to cling on to any little bit of a so-called normality that they can, and these holidays definitely have a part to do with it. But hey, with that, not just clinging on to these holidays, but clinging on to Esau and his system, you're going to go down with it, and it's not going to look good for you. And we're quickly coming into those times where you're going to learn the error of your ways by the death by pain. We'll start off with that Jeremiah. You got it up?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, starting at the top. Hear ye the word of Yahweh, which the word Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Hey, the point. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. These holidays like Halloween, you got to think, we're coming into like the main bulk of these holidays, one after another. Halloween right now, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you name it. Hey, Jake, you're not supposed to learn that. And like, look, of course, you're supposed to get your daily bread and have your job and function in society, but you shouldn't be putting a lot of energy into it. You should be spending this time just moving about, maneuvering through society. But then besides that, put most of your focus on serving Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, taking you away spiritually from the society as much as you can. Because as we can clearly see, this place is breaking down, the supply chain. You've got the people leaving their jobs and losing their jobs because they don't want to get the big pokey. And then we're coming into winter, that dark winter. And then what do you got? Martial law, the famines coming, all these different calamities, which those that have been spending this time of liberty diligently hearkening unto their power are going to have that protective hedge over them to protect them from it. But as for you 2/3 that still want to cling under this system and not listen to the men of the Lord, hey, you got that axe coming dead onto your head. That's it.
Read the first part.
Okay.
It says, for the customs of the people are vain.
Hey, the customs of the people are vain. Halloween's vain. Thanksgiving's vain. America's a vain country. It's all just vanity. Look at it. I always used to remember this growing up, and I'm sure you other brothers. Yeah. Mute it. Freak music. Salaki, we had to meet the camera because we had an Eve who wasn't even wearing a Halloween costume, but looked like a Halloween horror character playing some music. But yeah, the customs of this place are vain, from the holidays to the ways, the music, everything. And like I was saying, I've heard this growing up, and I'm sure a lot of you brothers have heard it coming up. My parents used to tell me, if whenever you talk to people, what's two things you don't talk about? Politics or religion. But that's the two main things to talk about. That's the things with substance to it. So if you don't talk about that, what do you talk about? Bullshit. Sports, movies, shit that doesn't matter. And that's what this society is built on. And you 2/3 love to have it so. As it says in Isaiah 30, you want to hear the smooth things. You want to feel comfortable and have everything packaged right to you. So when we come with this message that actually has a measure to it, austerity, actually getting your life in order, you don't want to hear it and scoff and go back to the fuckery. But hey, as we've been saying, those times are quickly coming to an end, and that real heartache and pain is coming. You give me that mic. Somebody give me the mic and tune the limb real quick. Yeah, you can start it. Yeah, you can start verse 10. Whoever's got it.
It's Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And Micah 2 and 10 is talking about arising and departing from this place spiritually. Again, getting your daily bread and making sure you got food on the table, clothing on your back, and a roof over your head. But besides that, you shouldn't be integrating yourself in this society. Again, the culture, the festivities, all that stuff, because it's all about to be destroyed. And as it says, because it is polluted and it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. When you Jakes make a covenant with the heathens in their ways, those curses of Deuteronomy 28 come on you, and you become a byword and a joke and a horror in society, which we can clearly see. Jake is at the lowest Jake's ever been. Jake is just a straight loser. And hey, like that loser that came out with Sonetta last night, that's a man that's through. He's 6'2" with a bald baby face and just through. That's what you get when you want to be a king without a kingdom. That's what you get when you don't want to follow after your power.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. Maybe one of you brothers remember. But later on, as our video was going on, I guess Sonetta got the tripping or something.
A little bit later.
Huh?
A little bit later.
Yeah, a little later. You know what he was tripping on?
He brought up the rape topic, of course.
I know that. They dealt with him with that, but it was something else. I can't remember. There's something about the Lord, like I know.
The seed. He didn't understand how Jacob and Esau could both come from the same man.
Yeah.
He didn't know the power of the Lord.
Yeah.
Just bugged out.
And the most
that's what my bad. That's what the name of the actual video the apostles was naming. Like, you don't know the power of the Lord. You don't know the one that Matthew says. There's nothing impossible with the Most High, man. You know, that's just the seed issue and how they look. That's a small thing to the Most High. You know, that's nothing. And like I say, this brother actually going into the other guy. Like you Jakes, you really your understanding. You push your own understanding out the window because you don't come in with an open mind about these scriptures, man. You coming in the Western hemisphere. How you say it? Western mindset, man. They have an Eastern mindset standpoint. Understanding how customs and laws and things work, man. Go ahead.
Going back to that Jeremiah 10, learn not the way of the heathens. As the elder brother was saying, you Jakes have learned the ways and drinking the philosophy of this Western mentality. And where does the sun rise? In the east. And where's the sun set? In the west. The west is death. That's why this whole society is predicated upon death, and everything you see is death. From the alphabet group beginning with LG, which just destroys the family structure and doesn't promote life. You've got abortions at an all-time high, women bugged out being whores, Jake being a loser, yeah, walking around smelling like a wet diaper, everything. Jake just threw out here. And with the seed thing, before we get off that, with the seed thing, that is a simple thing. You literally have Israelite people having kids like that to this day. I've seen it. They had two daughters, twin daughters at that. One looked like a Jake and one looked like Esau. So it's happening on a regular level. Now, that's what you get when you believe in America. You believe in the black community, the black dollar. You believe in Amun-Ra, Kemet, man.
And that's when that nigga, he made a video this morning. I saw another talking about you need to listen to those GMS brothers. They know the Bible. Blase, but then goes on to say, my bad, I'm watching Eve just lost her goddamn mind. Anyway, we say I'm gonna be Kemetic for life. You dead then, man. Because Kemetic is nothing but debt. All right, it's nothing but you a lost bunch of niggas that thinking they Egyptians and Africans and shit, man. But you niggas is part-time Africans. You not full-time Africans. You niggas need to go back over there, put them bones in your lips, put them goddamn them ring around your goddamn neck, all right, and be a full-time African. What it is? Castrate your woman.
Put some cow dung in your hand.
Yeah, and go suck on some goddamn doo-doo, man. But you niggas don't even want to do that. You not even showing you niggas is really you Jakes. You really don't want to be a full-time African, man. You go ahead, huh?
Hey, in Ghana, the president of Ghana, whoever said, hey, all so-called African Americans can come back to Ghana and live. Jake was talking about all that black power, Africa Bambaataa, Africa Bambooty shit. But then when it came to actually going back, crickets.
Yeah, same thing happened in Sierra Leone. They said if you take a DNA ancestry test, you have any Sierra Leone blood, you can go back there and be a citizen. Jake's staying here. Jake ain't trying to go back to Africa.
Shit, that's what you give being an Egyptian right there. A Jake without a shirt wearing 2 masks running in the courts. We'll get that after you get the verse 11 out. See, that's what you get because this place is polluted and it shall destroy you with the sword destruction. We can clearly see our people are destroyed. They're the walking dead. Their minds are dead. Their spirits are dead. Now they're just waiting for their bodies to follow suit with all these calamities of Jacob's trouble. And if you survive all that, those nuclear missiles.
Verse 11 in Micah chapter 2, it says, if a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink.
And we know that wine and that strong drink are these philosophies. Hey, that Babylon juice and sipping on that Babylon juice, hey, it's definitely bugging people out. And we can see it. It says in the scriptures, these nations have drinking of her wine and they're mad. Here you have these other heathen nations seeing that Babylon ain't the way and see that it's destroyed their cultures and their heritage. So they're getting ready to shoot missiles on this place. But as for you, Jakes, in the belly of the beast, you're going back to the bar asking for seconds. You're putting the drinks on your credit and your tab, which is maxed out. And as I said, if a man walking in the spirit of falsehood do lie, and that goes from Esau down to these Jakes out here. These Jakes and these different, your pastors, your preachers, your Kemetic Jakes in the unconscious community, all of them giving you the sweet things packaged nicely. You're drinking it down and wanting it.
A lot of you niggas, you think you woke, you really dead asleep, man. All them other different philosophies and shit, you niggas are in a dead state of mind, man. You got niggas still out here following Farrakhan, the great honorable Elijah Muhammad and shit. You niggas never took the time to go look up shit yourself, the history, the origin of shit. And then when you get out here, you get frustrated with us. When we ask you niggas to, we get you niggas in a corner that make you think, man. And you niggas don't want to think. Right?
Thinking is garlic to a nigga.
Yeah.
Like, too, you know, these niggas, they love Islam. You know, what's his name, Farrakhan? Every time you look around, that nigga constantly flip-flop.
Talking about you eat something, man.
Yeah.
You niggas sit there applauding like a motherfucker in the crowd, man.
Yeah. He hate Esau, then he love Esau. You know, he don't like the Bible, but yet he stay in the Bible all the time. You know, and that's just
never heard not one Quran verse.
And then I think he said some shit about some sodomites. Well, he kind of like deal with them, you know.
He invited them to the Million Man March.
Yeah, you know. So that man all over the place, and Jake like that kind of shit, you know.
Reading out of the Holy Quran.
Yeah.
You believe in a dude that's talking about a big-headed nigga named Yakub.
Perm in his head. Something wrong with you, man.
With a perm and a widow's peak.
Oh,
Who got bullied in preschool, so we created the white people to oppress the black people. That's
we created black people. We created a white man in the lab, man.
That's bad.
in a lab.
Yeah.
In
But
a
now,
test tube.
every time you ask them niggas, okay, we created a white man, but how your creation is ruling over you? It's crickets. It's crickets every time, man. You Jake, you niggas be into all type of shit, man. I didn't see my time in the church. I didn't see niggas into Satanism, full blown Satanism. I didn't see niggas into Buddha, Rastafarian. I don't know what that nigga was saying. He was in astrophysics, astro
projection.
Astral projection.
Freemasonry, and the list goes on and on and on, man. Niggas talking about, like I always bring out, Adam ain't had a belly button. That's a doctrine, man, amongst you niggas. Y'all brothers got to hear this shit y'all said one time. Nigga came out there.
From that Q dog.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Adam was digging for gold.
Yeah. What they got to do with your salvation, Jay? This other nigga, he riding with his punk ass son with black fingernails talking about King James had sex with his mother. King James was nothing more than 2 years old, man. 1 or 2 years old when his mother went to jail, man.
Yeah.
Crazy niggas, man.
Oh, we can't forget the one dude in the Run DMC jumpsuit who was talking about in Jamaica they got a book that if you open it, your hair turns white.
Yeah.
You go into a cave in Jamaica and open this book and it's got so much wisdom you turn into an old man.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about how Shakespeare and Constantine were contemporaries.
Yeah, man.
That's what you get out here when you're drinking that Babylon juice and when you don't follow after Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Finish out the end of that verse 11. You got it.
You got the man of the bugged out women that came out here. That is not my God. You had the girl in the sleeping clothes. Hey man, I'm gonna say this. You brothers want your sword sharpened? Come out here, man. Ain't nothing but a bunch of bug outs. You got a couple. We didn't have a sensible person in about a year and a half out here yet, man. Since they've been hitting people with the thriller. The thriller in the what is it? The thriller in the Manila been going on the whole fucking time. We ain't had a sensible person. I told these brothers, man, I said, man, I don't know if y'all gonna go back out there, man. You know, it looking like a graveyard out there. Look at this shit. Yeah.
A rusty bone yard.
Y'all brothers tell them. Thank y'all, man, for bringing that message down here.
That's right.
But we ain't gave up, but some of them did.
That's right.
Yeah. Almost over with, Jake.
That's it.
The Lord gonna rest book you niggas in a minute, man.
Drink yourself to death.
Did he say
Put you niggas to sleep.
Did he say we already gave up, but they didn't?
Yeah. You niggas been gave up, man. You niggas been gave up since 82.
Yeah.
You niggas been heroin, crack cocaine, the fuck out, all type of. You niggas been going down here, man.
Shit, that instead of having a formula in those baby bottles, their moms have been raising them on Simperol their whole life.
Yeah.
Right.
Get that on. That's what you get in this society.
How's it worship, man?
Yeah.
And she looked like, and she was walking in a daze like she was already sitting on it.
Shit ridiculous.
You can finish up that 11.
Micah 2:11. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people.
And that's what we're seeing to this day. First and foremost, Daddy D, Esau, and then these jakes that Esau sets up to lead you astray. And you jakes follow after him hook, line, and sinker. And hey, you're gonna follow him unto your own destruction. But hey, you can't say you weren't warned, because beginning with, hey, even our apostle elders is elders. Back with Abba Bivens in the late 60s, early 70s, all the way up until today. This message has been going out, and especially with that unicorn, the internet, it's gone to the ends of the earth. So in that day, there's going to be no cloak for that maliciousness. So when the Most High opens up that floodgate of judgment and destruction, you're going to get washed away with it. It's as simple as that.
I got 2 quick ones. This is Rock 11:16. It says, error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein.
Hey, and you can clearly see that evil is waxing old with them that glory therein. And we had an example of evil waxing old with those old jakes out there. They literally said, hey, we gave up, but the other people that haven't given up. And that's the story of our people. They've been glorying in sin, hey, since from the beginning. And now we're at the end of it, where iniquity is about to get cut off and righteousness is about to flourish. And at this point, you got to realize what side of that line do I want to stand on? Do I want to stand on the side? Do I want to stand on the left hand of destruction and fall into the fire? Or do I want to be on that right hand to be nourished with that water and ultimately get beamed up into chariots?
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12. Seek not debt in the era of your life, and pour not upon yourselves destruction with the work of your hands.
And point blank period. See, you shouldn't be seeking death right now. And again, the sun sets in the west, so west is death. And oh my God. And Jake is still with it. And one of the most eye-opening moments I ever saw was during those first lockdowns. And a lot of brothers have testimonies of this. When the lockdowns happened and things were looking dark, Jake started hearing people come out of the woodworks that were scoffers in the past, asking, "What's going on? What are we gonna do?" and all that. But as things started lightening up, Jake went back to get being wicked, and now Jake's really gone even double wicked. So that goes to show a bunch of you Jakes out there are full of shit, and hey, you're gonna get flushed down the toilet with that shit, with that destruction that's coming. Shit. Who else got a precept? Got one? We'll close it out. Joel's in.
All right, this 2 Timothy 3, verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Like the brother was saying, like, hey, all these Jakes, they be into other philosophies, but never come to the knowledge of the Most High.
They ever learning wickedness, ever learning death, ever learning sin, and clearly not coming to the truth. Just completely waxing worse and worse and falling more and more off the horse, so to speak, unto their own detriment and destruction.
It's Isaiah 1:4. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Most High. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Yeah, they are going away backward. You know, you can't get Jake back on the old path. Jake don't like that old path, man. You know, this is fun out here, what's going on. You know, you can dress up, be whatever you want to be here. And, you know, Jake is like, the hell with his commandment. You know, what do you want to do? It's his commandment, you know?
Hey, they want to live in Never Land.
Yeah.
And what was the premise behind that? You never have to grow up. You get to be a big kid like Esau is and just fuck off for your life and then have nothing to show for it when you're an old man. And when you go into a few verses later, which you don't have to get, it says, hey, the whole head is sick. Why should he be stricken anymore? You Jakes are so wicked and have wicked coming out of your eyeballs and your ears. You think you'd want to get right and take some of that spiritual medicine. But no, you want to stay in hospice. You want to hope that the big pokey or anything Esau gives you can give you a few more seconds. It's only going to take away a few more seconds and ultimately lead to that big death, that second death, that death by fire, if you even make it to there, besides all these other calamities that are coming with Jacob's trouble. And best believe it's not going to be nice. And when those times come, the Most High is going to put the spirit on your mind to remember these words you heard and scoff at, while you're knowing that death by pain, that death to the nerve endings. And it also says in Isaiah that the Most High is going to send their worst fears on them, roughly paraphrasing. So anything that you were scared of in this life, that's the very same thing that's going to take you out. And you know what? You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to drink that cup to the dregs. And ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you. As it says in Proverbs 1, the Most High is going to laugh at you in that day and laugh at your calamities. Not just the Most High up in the spirit world, but hey, his men. You're going to get a good laugh at you, Jakes, watching these heads roll in the streets.
It's 2 Maccabees 4, verse 15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
And it's no different today. These wicked men going down to Egypt for help. Going down, and we know those Grecians back then were the Edomites. No different today. Jake going down to Greece, Egypt, Assyria, Babylon for help. But when you read in Isaiah 30, it says, hey, the shadow of Pharaoh shall be your shame. And as it says in Isaiah 31, those that go down to Egypt for help, those that helpeth and those that are hoping to it shall both fall down together. So everybody's about to take part in that big bonfire, this giant altar that the United States of America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt is about to be. And again, as you can see, the doors of mercy are quickly closing. So really, at this point, you gotta make a choice. You can't be fence-sitting and you can't be lukewarm. You're either gonna be hot or you're gonna be cold. And if you're cold or you're lukewarm, you're getting destroyed. So it would behoove you to be hot right now and burn, let your fire burn, and just make your calling and election sure, so you can have that salvation and be at that elect number, the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven. So with that, We hope you sincere Akim were edified by this pre-camp lesson. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure to the end. Shalom.
Shalom.